Chapter 11. The Palace of the Sun. Trapped in the roots of an ancient tree atop the Mountain of Beasts, there's nowhere to run as Karen transforms into the winged terror of your nightmares. No. Panicked, you grasp wildly for the glowing heart piece nestled deeper in the roots, not caring what will happen if it touches your bare skin. Come on. It doesn't matter, the heart piece pulses softly, tauntingly, just out of reach. Wood splinters fly in your face as Kieran mindlessly tears at the roots with his claws, snorting with the effort. Kieran, stop, please. But a sharp, wicked crescent moon shines in the cold sky, and the Kieran you know is gone. Sobbing, you turn and desperately drag yourself to the side, away from the heart piece. Have to run, Kieran said. Get away. Said he'll find me. The beast shrieks in triumph as he tears great chunks of root free from the ground, exposing his quarry. Stooping, he grabs the heart piece in his beak and swallows it whole. The beast settles heavily onto the ground, panting as a red glow pulses softly from his chest, fading with each heartbeat. Trembling, you're just starting to back away when the beast locks his eyes on you. The beast snarls, taking a heavy step forward, only to recoil as you clutch your beast-repelling charm. I'll calm the beast. You lower your voice, trying to soothe him. It's okay, it's only me. I mean you no harm. He swipes massive talons at you, wings flaring, whipping up a gale that knocks you onto your back. Karen, it's me, it's Ella. But there's nothing of Karen in the monster, nothing of the man you love. He'll never be free of this curse while I carry the last piece of his heart. Without my charm, he'd tear open my chest without a single thought. And when the moon sets, he won't understand why the curse didn't break. I can't help him, and I can't return to the Moon Palace, not until I figure this out. Filled with sudden despair, you scramble to your feet and prepare to run. Karen, I'll fix this. I promised I would help you break this curse. I'm not giving up, I can't stay with you anymore, not like this. Tears blur your vision as you turn your back on the monstrous form of the Night Prince and run. Snarls and hisses chase you down the mountain as you trip and stumble in the dark. Scores of hungry beasts nip at your shadow, but your amulet's protection holds. Where even can I go? A voice radiates from your memory, a warning that one day Karen's curse would put you in danger. When that day comes, find me, and I will do what all I can to help. Prince Radiance knew he's my only option now, or he betted on it. The woods are dark and impenetrable, but you force yourself to go on. Every footstep as heavy as your heart. No matter how much I love Karen, it won't end this curse. This was all doomed from the start. Your foot catches on an exposed root, making you trip. A sob escapes as you land in a cold mud, barely catching yourself. I don't belong here, I never did. A fluttering sound makes your head jerk upward in a sudden fear.
Why grow mad like a worm, friend of Leaf? Why not go very fast that way? Need wings.
She flaps her wings as if they emphasize her point. Listen, we're not all birds, you little bugger. Oh, Leaf, it's a long story. Leaf watches, curious, as you pull yourself to your feet and trudge forward. Leaf hops along branches, following you.
We're going.
I'm trying to find the Sun Palace. Yeah, listen, my voice for Leaf's a little off, don't ask. Leaf whistles, impressed.
Sun Palace very bright, easy to see from the sky.
You know it? Can you help me find it, Leaf? Leaf whistles in what must pass for you as a yes. You pick up your pace, following her. She flits from tree to tree.
Where Raven Prince? He not with you?
Oh, I'll be at the Sun Court for a while. At least, if they'll take me. Leaf flutters her wings.
Perhaps better off.
Perhaps. Leaf finally comes to a stop.
Sun Palace up ahead. You no miss it, even with human eyes.
Thank you, Leaf. Leaf pauses, cocking her head at you.
You save Leaf. You ever need Leaf help, whistle.
She demonstrates a sharp, two-note whistle, and you nod as she flits away. I'll remember that, thank you. You push ahead as the dawn slowly warms the sky, taking some of the chill out of the air. At least this outfit was a good decision. Comfortably warm, you draw your vest more tightly around you, glad for its sure and steady protection. You sense the Sun Palace long before you see it. An unearthly glow shines through the woods, a second sun drawing you unerringly nearer. Yeah, I've seen this story. If you guys go look up the city in Diablo 3, yeah. Pristine marble walls inlaid with the patterns of turquoise gold glitter brilliantly, bathed in the morning light. Elegant statues punctuate the manicured landscapes. Wow. It's a stark change from the weathered grandeur of the Moon Palace, but the sight fills you with cheer. I made it, thank goodness. You rush through the sculptured garden towards the opulent entrance, where two guards stand on either side of the golden doors, and you stop short. Hold. Declare yourselves mortal. Interesting. What business brings you to the Sun Palace? Tell the truth. Please let me in. I've walked all night from the Mountain of Beasts. The Sun Palace is no refuge for a wayward mortal's girl. Prince Radiance once offered to help me. I've come to call upon that promise. His Highness is not to be summoned idly. They give you an appraising once overtaking, and you're obviously enchanted, if a bit weathered, fey attire, and seem to reconsider. She may speak the truth. We should summon the prince. Let him send her away if he wishes. Thank you. One of the guards disappears through the doors, only to return a few moments later with... What's this? The Prince Radiance emerges from behind the guards, looking perplexed and concerned. Your Highness. You dip into a curtsy, feeling a wash of relief. Ella, are you quite alright? Let me look at you. He takes you by the elbows, giving you a once-over. Something's happened, hasn't it? You nod, all the emotion you've held at bay, threatening to break free. Poor girl, come, let us have a little privacy. He leads you to a sunny bench away from the guards. You collapse onto it, resting your tired legs. Tell me everything. Your Highness, I need help. I'm sorry, I don't know where else to go. No, I'm glad you've come. Did Prince Kieran injure you? No, nothing like that. Prince Radiance, the night we met, I told you about finding a red gem in the well. I discovered what it was, what it is. In a rush, it all comes tumbling out, when the harpies and magpies fall, traveling with Kieran to the mountains of the beasts, and the winged beasts' single-minded savagery. The gem I found that night looks identical to the two pieces of Kieran's heart that we have found. Oh, then that means... Yes, a piece of Kieran's heart lives in me, and I don't know what to do. I want to help him, but I'm afraid he'll kill me to get it back, either unintentionally or... Radiance listens, gently stroking a stray tear from your cheek. Poor darling Ella, you have truly suffered. Thank you for coming to me. He takes your hand in his, warm and sure. You are safe from him here. We will grant you shelter from the Night Prince for as long as necessary. Thank you. But what about Prince Kieran? He might already be looking for me. The Sun Palace is one place he will never dare step foot, not without invitation, trust me on that. The balance of power is shifting. Kieran's rule wanes by the day. He could cause some unpleasantness, perhaps, but nothing we can handle. The decisive way he says it, the absolute surety of his words, reassures you as much as it breaks your heart. I need to find a way to remove Kieran's heart from mine. That is the most important thing right now. Ella, you look as though you are in dire need of a warm bath and a soft bed. That would be lovely. He stands, assisting you to your feet with a chivalrous bow. You will either be very happy here, Ella. The Sun Palace boasts the grandest food in the Fade Realm, endless gardens, a vast library. A library? What sort of books do you have? Anything your heart could desire. History, literature, poetry. Our Hall of Enlightenment is a reliquary for collected knowledge of magical world. The gears start spinning in your head. Magic like curses and spells? I'm sure we have many thousands of books on the subject. Why do you ask? I want to break Kieran's curse. You would do that, even after all he's done. I would do anything to help him. I made a promise. Prince Kieran is a lucky man to have found such a faithful friend as you. I'm sure it would be no trouble to grant you access, but first, he gestures to Kieran's necklace at your throat. We must find a way to remove that, lest Kieran find you here before we've had time to prepare proper defenses. Oh, yes, I suppose you're right. Now, you're the only one who may remove it. You can leave, and this charm will keep you safe. Ah. Kieran said it would protect me, but it will also let him track me here. Until I find some way to break his curse, it's not safe for him to know where I am. You untie the ribbon with shaking hands, your neck feeling strangely bare without it. There we are. Radiance accepts the charm, which you should have never taken away because it helps protect you, you dumbass. His eyes flash suddenly brighter and the golden fire blooms in his hand. Within moments, the charm is slag and ashes. Oh. It had to be done, my dear. Now, let me show you to your room. He places a hand on the small of your back and guides you past the guards in the unsullied perfection of the Sun Palace. This place is so bright and beautiful. I thank you. We appreciate beauty here very much. The Moon Palace is grand, but, as you've surely seen, it has fallen on hard times as of late. Yeah. It was not always that way, of course. There was a time when both palaces were the jewels of the forest. I often wonder what it was like to live in that time, just after the courts were formed, when both sun and moon shone in their full glory. Read the tale of the two courts of Fae and how precarious balance of light and dark came to be. Collect the Fae courts. The Fae courts. In ancient times, when the world was full of chaos, strife, and Fae power ran unchecked, the two mightiest Fae leaders led their tribes in unceasing battle for dominance of the world. The world burned and bled beneath their terrible magics. Plants struggled to grow, animals became strange and rabid, fledgling human civilizations were often razed to the ground. But after centuries of battle and a cycle of never-ending death, neither could best the other. Growing tired of the endless war, the two tribes came together to forge a treaty of peace in order to stop the bloodshed. Unable to declare the victor, they decided instead to share rule over the Fae. One was given dominion over day, the other over night. The cycles of the summer and winter were formed. Thus two courts of Fae were born. But the balance of power is a delicate dance that must be performed under strict rules, or else risk all-out war again. The ancient Fae, the first high princes and princesses, laid down the rules governing hospitality and propriety, forcing a cordial relationship between the former enemies. No Fae may attack another without just cause, or accuse another of impropriety without proof. The two courts each build a palace, embodying their respective ideals. The Sun Palace, a glittering bright beacon of purity, order, and intellect. The Moon Palace, an emblem of dark grandeur, freedom, and passion. The divide also finally allowed human societies to grow and flourish without constant fear of attack by the Fae. But some say the war between the courts never ended, only went underground. The millennia-long game, delicately played by ancient chess masters, subtly moving their pieces into position, awaiting the day they may move in for the kill. Interesting way to look at them. You collect the Sun and Moon's court stories. You stop beside a tall, gilded door. Radiance takes your hand, pressing a courtly kiss to the backs of your knuckles. This is where I leave you. Oh, I'd hoped we could talk some more. He smiles, giving her hand a gentle squeeze before letting go. There are things I must attend to now. You are in great need of rest. But fear not, once you wake, you will have my full attention. And with that, Radiance sweeps off down the bright corridor, and you retire to your new room. After a luxurious bath, a meal brought to you on a golden platter, and a very long sleep in a plush bed, you awake early the next day to a soft knock. Oh, come in. To your surprise, two human servants enter, heads bowed. Good morning. Morning, my lady. The servants move about the room with quiet precision, drawing back your bed covers, opening the curtains, stoking the fire to a warm glow. His Highness requested that we get you dressed for an audience with the court elders. The elders? I thought High Prince Radiance ruled here. They are Prince Radiance's great-great-uncles, my lady, and are held in the highest esteem for their wisdom. Prince Radiance often consults with them. They have agreed to hear your pleas for assistance. Oh, well, that's wonderful. One servant brings you a pitcher of warm water to wash your face, another tends to your sleep-mused hair. Here you are, my lady. Thank you, but please call me Ella. What are your names? The servants glance uneasily at each other and don't answer. They don't have names. It's all right. No need to stand on ceremony with me. It's so nice seeing other humans again. I felt so homesick since coming to the Fae Courts. Where are you both from? The servant nearest you gets a distant, perplexed look on her face. Oh, a small village. You would not know it. How long have you worked at the Sun Palace? The servant, doing your hair, frowns. The other gestures to the wardrobe. His Highness says you may choose what you wish to wear. Is something the matter? Forgive us, my lady. We are not in the habit of making idle conversation. Oh, I won't tell anybody. You won't get in trouble. That's very kind. Please, my lady, the wardrobe. If I may, wearing the colors of the day court would please the court elders greatly. So pretty much what you're wearing. She pulls out an exquisite ensemble of turquoise and gold. You can't help but run your hand across the ornate details. Unlike the dusty clothing of the Moon Palace, this appears brand new, as if it was just made for you. Oh my, can I really wear this? Don this outfit, Diamond choice. Shine bright. It's pretty. It's beautiful. Thank you. The servants assist you in shedding your old clothes and adorning you in light, silky fabric of turquoise, polishing the gold overlays until they shine like the sun. Does this please you, my lady? Very much, and hopefully it pleases the day court too. I need to make sure they give me assistance to the library, or access. The servants lead you through the palace, where Prince Radiance awaits outside the doors to the throne room. Your Highness. Radiance brightens at the sight of you. What a vision you are, Ella. Truly, the colors suit you as if you were born to this court. He ushers you to the doors and takes your hand in a courtly gesture, murmuring under his breath. A clever move. My uncles would appreciate how you honor the Sun Court. Do you think it'll be enough to sway them? Paired with your persuasive charm, I don't doubt it for a moment. Wait. What are they like? What shall I say? Let's go with what shall I say. Simply appeal to their vanity. It always works for me. No, really. Simply ask them very nicely to see their wonderful library, which you have heard is beyond compare. But why must I get their permission if I already have yours? Though I am the High Prince, it would be unseemly for me to allow you full access to the Sun Palace without at least seeking their blessing. He smiles and pats your hand reassuringly. Of course, it would otherwise likely be quite gauche of them to refuse you after I have already offered my help. You take a steady breath, threading yourself for anything. I will convince them. I must for Kieran. As servants open the doors for you, Radiance squeezes your hand. This is a mere formality. Don't worry, everything shall be fine. Steeling yourself, you follow Radiance's lead towards the throne, two elderly but distinguished fae sat at either side of the central chair. Lord Blaze, Lord Brightness, please allow me the honors of introducing Ella, formerly a servant of the Moon Court. I'm always happy to meet a seeker of knowledge. Yes, but what brings this creature to our doorstep? Sadly, as I predicted, her time with the Night Prince comes to an end. Prince Kieran's curse has put her life in danger. You dip into a low curtsy. Thank you for welcoming me into your court. My lords, I request permission to access your famed library. I am honored to be in your presence. The hospitality of the Sun Court is beyond compare. And we are most happy to offer it. One can hardly be a good judge of proper civility coming from human society. And then, of course, from the decrepit Moon Palace as well. Brother, it is not her fault she was forced into such circumstances. Radiance, you must stop taking in every stray human you meet. I beg your pardon? My dear uncle, I assure you, Ella is a shining example of humankind. Startled, you look to Prince Radiance and mouth silently. Help? Yeah, I think he just did. Uncle's Ella has come to us for aid, and I offered it to begin with. It would be unfathomably rude to refuse her. Lord Blaze focuses the entirety of his attention on you, making you fidget with discomfort. Let her tell me in her own words. Why we should allow her access to the Hall of Enlightenment. Why does it concern us what happens to the heir of the Moon Court? Radiance gives you an encouraging nod. Be logical. You clear your throat, mentally arming yourself for facts. My lords, setting aside my personal feelings on the matter, would it not be in everyone's benefit, including those of the Sun Court, to stop the beast terrorizing the lands night after night? Lord Brightness looks intrigued, and even Lord Blaze purses his lips thoughtfully before regaining a scowl. A mindless beast does not threaten us. Perhaps not, but think of the less powerful Fae who inhabit these lands. Anyone unlucky enough to come between the beast and his goal. You leave it hanging there, letting them use their imaginations. Kieran will continue to be a thorn in your side for generations if you allow it. I am offering a solution to a problem that you may otherwise could plague you for centuries. You make a persuasive point. Brightness addresses Blaze in a low voice. He has been a thorn in our side for ages. If we do nothing, he will surely outlive us all. I don't like the thought of that. If another solution is possible, Ella should be at least given a chance at it. If a solution exists, I will find it no matter how long it takes. The lords exchange a long look, some silent agreement passes between them, and they focus glittering eyes on you. How could we possibly refuse such a lovely little creature? Brightness smiles broadly, showing perfect white teeth. Your stomach does an easy flip. Yes, at least it had sense to dress itself appropriately in our presence. Don't say anything, just smile. Your courtesy has not gone unnoticed, Ella. We will be happy to clothe and feed you for as long as you require. In the library, my uncle? Yes, of course, whatever our guest requires. Thank you, my lords. Your new friend is quite determined. I don't think we should stand in her way. Best of luck to you. You will need it. You bow your heads in thanks, and Radiance leads you out of the room. We did it. Well, most likely you did it. You did it. I was frightened there for a moment. It seemed... they didn't like me much. At least Lord Blaze. Radiance waves his hand. Lord Blaze has grown quite curmudgeon these past few decades. Pay him no mind. He takes your hand and pats it assuringly. There was never a reason to worry, you see. Shall we go to the library now? Soon, my dear. The Halls of Enlightenment isn't going anywhere. First, you must regain your strength. I wouldn't be surprised if it takes us many weeks to study to find the answer you're looking for. Oh. I know you're in a rush, but you must take care of yourself as well, Ella, starting with breakfast. Radiance offers you his arm, and after a moment's hesitation, you take it. I hope you like strawberry scones. Our cook is perfecting his recipe for centuries. You throw a second glance over your shoulder at the throne room as the door closes, watching the jumpy servants flitter to and fro, uneasy butterflies in your stomach. Something feels odd. I just can't put my finger on it. Oh, I've already put my finger on it, but you were an idiot and handed over your charm. But it's easy to put away such feelings as you walk down the bright, sunlit halls, arm in arm with beautiful, charming prince and the prospect of a hearty breakfast ahead. I'm being silly. I'm safe here. Fate can't lie after all. Yep. Pro tip. If something's too good to be true, you just don't fall for it. And my god, just like this chapter, super short. Will you find an answer to Kieran's curse in the Sun Palace's ancient archives? And what other secrets might you uncover in the process? I don't know, Batman existing? I don't know. Anyway, without further ado, thanks for watching. I love your beautiful faces. Remember to like and share the video. Leave a comment letting me know, I don't know, the Leaf voice, you know. I was a little off today. That's the bears. Oops, my bad. No, seriously. I forgot Leaf's voice, and then at the same time, my voice is a little... It's a little, my throat is a little constricted, I guess is the best way to put it. I've been doing a lot of stuff lately, so don't ask. Hopefully I'm not losing my voice again, but I did all the other voices just fine, so maybe it just might be, you know, Leaf's type of voice. However, I can still do voices like this, so I don't understand. I tried to do Leaf's. Anyway, otherwise, head down the description of the video. There's links down there to support me. Also, there's the join and thanks feature, because without supporters and viewers like you, pretty much this channel is just me talking into the void. Literally and figuratively. As for what all's going on in this crazy world right now, listen, keep your chins up. You know, as they say, it's always darkest before the dawn, right? But if I may add a little bit of, I guess, wisdom from this chapter, but into real life, is the sun policy, shiny little, things that a lot of you grow content with, right? You know, I notice a lot of you, you know, you'll have a cause that you guys advocate for, and that's great. Don't get me wrong. You guys push for change in one thing, maybe two, if we're lucky. But that's the thing is, a lot of you go home after that, after you get your change. As a person who's been on this planet quite a while, yeah, no, listen, you can get your change, right? For instance, you know, the fact that, you know, men can be with men now, women can be with women, and I've seen that change from a time when there wasn't that. I've seen a lot of changes in my life. And let me just say, you all went home after that, and there's a lot of things still going on in this country, let alone this world, that we need to push every single day. If everybody just took a quick moment every day and shared a message of resilience, of pushing for someone else that doesn't directly affect you. I know it's human nature to only care about things that affect you. It's called breaking that, okay? Because remember, there was a time where basically people would be out in the field right now picking cotton, wouldn't they? And that was human nature to be like, yes, this is how the world works. There was a time when women had no voice, and we were fine and content with that for quite a long time. Did you ever stop to think for just a moment that there might be other things going on in this world that you might need to speak out about, especially for those who don't have a voice? Seriously. Just, filling you with a little bit of wisdom. Feel free to share that wisdom. Feel free to share this video. I try and talk about these things, especially when I stream. I like to do a little bit of game. I like to do a George Carlin, and if you will. I like to brighten up everyone's day, talk, laugh, the whole nine. But then I like to get a point across, It's rare and far and in between because I don't like to involve a bunch of stuff, as you guys know, for those of you who have been watching a long time, I don't like to go down those routes of the right and the left and everything else like that, because it's both sides don't give a shit about you, okay? Sooner people wake up and realize that, the better. But anyway, love your beautiful faces. Catch you all next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out.